Hello, folks, and welcome to the Relationship Builders Customize Your Love Life series. You are chilling here on this beautiful day with Joy and Bobby. So, we wanted to talk today about what's keeping you single. Why are you still single? What's blocking you? What's stopping you? What's the problem? What's the concern? A lot of people are saying these days that I'm single by choice. Do I buy into that? Absolutely not. Many people are saying that because they haven't met the right person yet, or they're finding themselves lost in the world of many great people, but not being able to kind of connect really with anyone. So I guess, I don't know about you, Bobby, but what I'm noticing, not even, I don't even want to get into what I'm noticing yet. I really want to talk about what I think kept me single and by myself for 5 years, before I met you. For me, I really realized that I was really, I guess, just staying more inside. I was home with the kids. I was sitting down at the computer at nights. I wasn't really taking in the world, but I was sitting away from the world expecting to engage the world. And I just thought, well, why am I single? I really couldn't answer the question, but it was really when I got out into the world and started connecting and stopped being afraid to go outside and enjoy life that I met you. So for me, what I realized was keeping me single was really my own thought process and pulling back from the world and not engaging. And then once I just made a choice that, I'm ready to meet someone, but not even that. I was just ready to just do something different. Got tired of staying home and went out there, and literally, I think it was within the first few days of just getting out that I actually, I met you. So I don't know, for other people out there, what might be happening with them. Do you have any points of view on that?
Well, there's I guess measures people can take and measure yourself. Look at the last few relationships you have and what happened, right? And sometimes you have to even take a look at, what are some of the things that you're doing to block in yourself, right? Because getting and dating somebody is the easy part, because everybody's on the best behavior. But the long term effect is where a lot of people come into problems. So, for me and people who's keeping themselves single, I think they're not paying enough attention to themselves. And if you're a person that thinks it's everybody else but you, then that's going to be an issue in terms of you even finding somebody else. Because if you're never wrong, then you're going to be alone by yourself a lot of times. You're going to be single. Right?
Yeah.
And another thing too, people are scared.
Yes.
People are living in so much fear. Oh, he's gonna take from me. Oh, she's gonna do this. Oh, he's gonna cheat on me. He's gonna beat me. He's gonna leave me. All of these kind of things over and over and over again, right? So when you're playing fear in your head 24/7, a relationship is not going to be something you're going to be in 10 times soon, because the minute you get into one, you're going to start questioning everything.
Yes.
And everything is going to be a problem. And then sometimes those people are even insecure too.
But they don't think they are. They're not aware. They don't realize, or they're not.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, where people don't see themselves. They see everybody else as the problem, right? So it's easy for them to excuse anything that they're doing and looking at the next person as, it's his fault, or it's her fault. So one of the things you have to do is just, if you really, decide to say, what, I'm tired of being single, you have to just let loose of everything. Let loose of everything and just go for it. Because realistically, when you overthink things or you take a while to do things, sometimes you never do it. You're just keeping the same spot, spinning your wheel over and over and over again, and nothing is changing. So, sometimes to drop the fear and drop all them things that's hanging on to you, and just be open.
You're hanging on to.
And just be open and living in the moment.
Absolutely.
That makes a difference. When you're going on a date, live in the moment. Don't sit and worry about, oh, does he think that or does she think that? Just go in the moment, have fun. It's not that serious.
No, it's not.
And we take things way too seriously. And because of taking things way too seriously, when we go on relationships or we go on date, we're watching what he's doing and how she's carrying himself and all of this. And really, at the end of the day, the question you should be asking yourself is, how do I feel around her?
Yeah.
How do I feel around him?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm happy around him. It makes me laugh. She do a lot of things that I like. I'm really feeling this. That should be the foot you lead with, because at the end of the day, you know, 10, 20 years down the road, you know, that's the person you're going to be with. And you want to be with somebody that makes you feel good. You know what I mean? Not be with somebody out of obligation, but be with somebody because you know what? It feels good and you like being around them. You know what I mean? But before you get to all that, there's a whole lot of things you have to deal with. If you're a person that's fearful, you're not going to be in a relationship because there's too much fear. You know what I mean? Doubt, insecurities, all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Play a role in whether you're gonna be with somebody, because you could be the hottest girl in the world, but you can't keep a man for dear life.
Yeah, and there's many,
You know what I mean?
unfortunately, many.
You could be the richest man in the world, you can't even keep a woman for dear life. So sometimes it's not about the looks, it's not about what you have, it's about you, right?
It's always
And
about them.
people hang around people who makes them feel good and they like hanging around. You know, the people that you don't like hanging around with, you're not going to hang around with because maybe they don't make you feel good. So I think at the end of the day, first of all, feel good about everything and just live free and don't just live in that kind of fear. Do all that. And people will draw into you because when you're free, there's a lightness around you. When people come around you, they sense the lightness.
Yes.
Right? You can go around people and they just feel so heavy all the time. And there are some people that just makes you feel light. And when you have that kind of aura and that kind of vibe around you, then people will want to gravitate to you more.
A lot of people will be
and
drawn
that's
to
when
that
you get a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, you know what I mean? Because you have that lightness. You have to loosen the load. All that emotional baggage from way back then, failed relationship way back then,
go,
you know,
folks,
all of that crap. Drop it, because you know what? Thinking about it ain't solving it anyway.
And it's keeping them single.
Keeping them single, and it's heavy, and people sense that around. So a lot of people look at themselves, and especially, you know, woman, I said, look at themselves and like, what's wrong with me? You know, I have a good job, I make good money, I carry myself nice, I have a nice body, everything. What's wrong with me? But yeah, what's wrong with you is not seen deep within you, and it's the problems and the issues that you're carrying around that you're not probably conscious of, but people sense that about you.
Yep.
You can dress yourself up to look like the best person on the face of the earth, but when your energy is negative and it's dark,
it's heavy.
It's heavy. People feel that. You know, sometimes it's not your what you say or your appearance that turn people off. Sometimes it's your energy, right? And that's why in this world, certain people cannot be together no matter what. And on paper they match up, they look like a perfect couple, but they cannot be together because the energy does not connect.
Right, or it doesn't work, right? So, yeah, so I definitely agree with that, you know? I agree with that. So, you know, just kind of pay attention to yourself. Think to yourself, well, if you've been single for a while and you don't want to be single and you kind of got it all together and you think to yourself, what's going on here? Look inside yourself. Think about it. Pay attention to your thoughts. You know, monitor your thoughts. Maybe for the next 7 days, really think, what am I thinking about relationships, right? And when you kind of pay attention to what's been going through your mind, that'll be very telling as to why you're not in one. If you think relationships are scary or bad, or kind of like what, you know, Bobby said, you know, a lot of that is blocking you. So you really want to think twice about you. Don't pay attention to those on the outside because they're only a reflection of you anyway. All right, folks. So thank you for tuning into the Relationship Builders Customize Your Love Life series. Please feel free to leave your questions and comments below, and also visit relationshipbuilderexclusive.com. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.